Hi guys, it's Bella and welcome to Beauty on a Budget. And today I wanted to talk to you about getting our skin ready for summer. I've said to you before, my skincare routine is all year round. It doesn't really change a lot. My body care, that changes a little bit. I mean, after the shower every day, all year round. I always use a moisturiser, but I'm a little bit bad about exfoliating my legs and so forth during the winter. I've said that's a bit of my downfall because I get out, put my jeans on, I put leggings on, whatever, and you know, it's just something I don't do. So by this time of year now, I think to myself, I look down at my legs and say, oh, how am I going to get them out in the summer? They look terrible. Not good. So what I try to do before it gets warm, because at the moment it's really cold still here in the UK, we've got the central heating on still. But about a month before, 6 weeks before, I know that I'm going to, you know, maybe wear dresses more and so forth. I try to get things, my skin a little bit better, or at the best it can be. And my face as well. We always have to take care of our face with the heating, and well, we have to take care of all our body really. It's just me that's lazy with my body. But this damage of central heating is really bad. My face can get really dry with the central heating, so obviously we have to really look after it with that as well. But I think a lot of people are like me and tend to sort of buy the legs and the arms and so forth in the winter. But we shouldn't, but we do. Now, so what I do is very easy. It's nothing expensive, because if it was I couldn't do it. It's just a few rules that I go by every year, so that, you know, my legs are kind of presentable to wear a dress and so forth. And you know, they're easy things, and I just wanted to share them with you really. So what are the things that I do then? Well, when I'm in my shower, and I should be doing this in the winter, I exfoliate. Now I exfoliate my body in the summer about twice a week. And the reason I do that is because I fake tan. But we'll get into that later in our chat. The one that I'm using at the moment is the Body Shop one. I love this one. It's beautiful. Has a lovely smell to it. Lovely, real natural smell to it. Let me see if I can. Of course I haven't got my glasses. What's new? This is the Wild Argan Oil. And this is the exfoliator. So what I do is I have my shower and make sure I'm well lathered up, and then with my legs, I do my legs and under my arms with a razor. I've tried electric razors, I've tried hair removal creams and those other things that pull the exfoliate. I can't even think what they're called. I tried one of those about 20 years ago that pull your hair. Oh, no way. So I always shave. I personally, it's up to you what you like best, but I personally use disposables. This is the Gillette Venus disposable, and that's what I do. But I do that all winter anyway, so that would make no difference. So I lather up well, and then I do all my legs and under my arms. And then I use the exfoliator. So I will use that on all my legs, on my arms, across my shoulders here, but I don't put it on my body. All over my body. Maybe I should, but I just don't feel I need it. I don't really need it. But certainly the dryness for me comes in my arms and my legs, my knees area, my elbows, especially when I'm fake tanning. So I do that. But not fake tanning yet. It's a little bit too early for me, for us, where I live. It's a little bit too early. But, so I do that. do that well, and then I towel dry. I put my towel around me. I have a big towel, put that around me, and I kind of air dry. I don't do so much rubbing, drying. I just put a big towel around me. Well, you're drying 10 minutes, aren't you? And that's just the way I prefer to dry, especially in the winter with a nice warm towel. And so once I'm dry, I will look for anything on my legs. If I've scratched or I've got an extra bit of hard skin or something's, I get a lot of scratches up the back of my leg. My little dog's always jumping up my legs. Bless her, and I wouldn't change that for the world. But, you know, I've got a few little marks, so I have a look. About now, I keep looking at my legs, see what if there's anything. You know, I'm not obsessive about it. Just see if there's anything. And then I go over that with, this is Regen's one, but you can get bio oil, all that type of thing. Same sort of thing. So with a bio oil, and I just dab that on anything that I might have, any little scars or anything where I've had a rash or irritation or, you know, anything like that. I just rub that into that. So this is just all 2-minute stuff. And then I use a body cream, always body butter, body cream. Try to get more, I'd say more so in the summer for me, maybe not, you know, for everyone, but for me more so in the summer. I try to get a nice rich one, and I do this overnight. So this is really nice, but it's a really, it doesn't come out like all liquid. You know, you can pour it upside down, it won't come out. You've got to give it a squeeze. So it's got some body to it, and I like that one. This one's intense. It's called Intensive Body Lotion. This one is on my skin. It's a Sainsbury's one, but any good body lotion. When that's finished and I've done all that and I'm dry and I'm moisturised, alternate nights, instead of the moisturiser that I showed you there, that type of moisturiser, I use my Garnier Summer Body, which is an intense moisturiser, but it's got a suntan in it. It's a slow build up suntan, and it will build up on me even slower because I exfoliate in between and just make sure that it's building up carefully so that it's not going round one area or going patchy or just building on top of each other, so that slowly builds up. And I do that every other night, and then every other night I use just the moisturiser, and that's what I do. But I'm not starting this as yet, it's a little bit too early. At the moment it's just the cream every night, and I've just started this with the exfoliating and the oil. I've just sort of started that this week, so we've got a little while to go here in this, where I'm living. We've got a little while to go before we get to that heat again. The face is almost exactly the same. I do everything in the winter that I do in the summer, as far as night creams, as far as my oils, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, rapeseed oil, all those things I do exactly the same in the summer. There is no difference. Exactly the same in the summers as I do in the winter. I may exfoliate a little bit more. I would say exfoliate probably once a week in the winter, twice a week in the summer, something like that. At the moment I'm using the BioGlow exfoliator and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I think I showed you it came in my, when did I do my last finds, you know, when I did my last finds, and I love it. It's got a smell to it, but it doesn't irritate my skin, and if it doesn't irritate my skin, it's got to be alright, because you know what my skin's like, guys. I do that. Make sure that's well rinsed off, and then when I come out of the shower I put on a leave-on mask. So that's the first thing I do. Make sure my face is dry. Again, I just let it air dry. So I've rushed all the exfoliator off, just let it air dry, and then I put on a leave-on mask. I think I've shown you this one before. This is a vitamin E one, and I put that even right up under here. I put that on and then I just leave that. And then before I go to bed, I do my normal. There's normally a little while in between. I tend to have a shower and sit down, you know, in my PJs for a little while. That's me what I do, or sit down and I have a strong or something in the summer, you know. So it's normally a little while between times, and before I actually go to bed, then I do my normal skincare routine that I do all year round, that you've seen many times. Now, if he's back, I think he comes because he thinks you want an ice cream. Intermission. Now, if you take one thing from today, to me, the most important thing, without doubt the most important thing for your face and your body. In the winter, I am lazy with SPF for my body. I don't really do it in the winter. I use decent creams all year round. You've seen me do that. I do that every day. In the winter, once it gets a little bit warmer, once the light gets a little bit more to our body, the most important thing, and goes definitely to our face, our hands, our neck and our décolleté, is upping our SPF. In the winter, in the really cold months, I just use a 30 SPF. I wear SPF every day, but I just use a 30 in the winter. Now I will change it. I've used this one for ages. This is my Protect Skin. You know I like this one, guys. And this is a 50 SPF. I use the same on my face and my body because it suits me. It doesn't irritate my skin at all. So this one, whatever you like, whatever suits you and suits your skin. With all these things, guys, I'm not saying this is a particular brand you must use. Which is why, you know, I'm not listing the brands or anything like that, because it's not important what the brand is. It's just important the type of product it is, and that you do that, you know. I think my opinion, the type of product it is, and that you do that, you know, procedure. But the actual make and where and how I got that particular one, I mean, you know, you may have a personal preference that you like for summer body colours, and so that's fine, that's great. You might have a personal preference for leave-in, you know, it's what's yours. And it's exactly the same with this, whatever your preference is, but definitely a 50. Up it to a 50 if you don't do anything else. For face and body, up it to a 50. There isn't a better skincare tip, honestly, than really protecting your skin with sunscreen. Okay, so that's just what I do getting ready now. So I said I've got that for about 6 weeks. And it's not a long time. It doesn't take a long time, you know. It's just, to me, it's just part of my routine. It's all one after the other goes on. And I've done it. And in 10 minutes, and it's so worth it. Especially, you know, when I get my, well, I don't wear short shorts, but I wear like culotte type shorts. I think that's an old fashioned word, but anyway, culotte type shorts. You know, and it just makes your legs look presentable. I mean, they're not great. My legs are not great, but they're just presentable, you know. So yeah, I'll start that now. Take 10 minutes. Honestly, it takes nothing, and it's so worth it, guys. When you get to the summer, you know, you feel a little bit better about yourself. But SPF. I cannot say that enough. I'm sure you must be fed up with hearing me say that. Right, so that's it for today. Getting my skin ready for summer. I also want to show you later on how I change my makeup. A few of you asked about that, because I mentioned in a video how I change things up sometimes in the summer. I use equally amount of makeup, equal the same amount of makeup. Just my shades change, and you know, the consistency and so forth change. So I'll share that with you soon. You have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves. I hope it's nice for you. Take care. You know I love you all, don't you? Behave. Don't forget to behave. Bye.